Ah, these are personally called General from Yashara Research. Yeah, well, this about there. This is a message to remind us that we are at war. We are at war. We are at war. Please, you should never forget. You should always allow everyone around you. You should never forget that we are at war, and the one we're fighting against, the one who is at war with us, is not giving up. He's not leaving any stone unturned. He's ready to do anything. He's ready to do anything, everything to have his way. Now, one short thing: those who are gathered against us are those who used to have a right standing, whom man has led to their downfall. The Onikoeshe, he said what he knows. Oyewa gave an information to Onikoeshe. So Oyewa only says what he knows. But maybe he shouldn't have asked the woman, what did Oyewa told you? Maybe that's the reason. He shouldn't have. Maybe the punishment for him is that he shouldn't have started the conversation concerning that particular thing at all. He should have held to, kept whatever Oyewa told him, and not try to question, trying to raise what Oyewa showed to him against what Oyewa revealed to Adam and Eve. Now, so that like it's like a war of competition of closeness to Oyewa. Now, this means Onikoeshe was already in existence before they, Adam and Eve. So now Oyewa, creating Adam and Eve, gave them a better and a more. He brought them into a relationship to himself. He made them so dear to himself, even though the Onikoeshe is there as an instructor, but he gave them direct contact with himself. They are the representative of him. He did not put them under Onikoeshe. So Onikoeshe now is saying, but this is what I saw when Oyewa tested this tree. And which is now trying to raise a question in her against what Oyewa, trying to steer their mind against what Oyewa told them. So he stir up in their mind disdain, and mistrust in Oyewa. So I think that is the punishment of Onikoeshe, because with what he did, he stirred up disdain, he made them to disdain their source. It is because of Oyewa that they are higher than all, they are the one in charge of the garden, even higher than Onikoeshe and all the angels. But with what he did, he stirred them up against their creator. So, and they fell for it, they did it, and they lost everything. So, and since the assignment it was to be in the garden was to be a source of wisdom to them, so Oyewa too gave him punishment. Since you said you questioned my word about death, so you are the one that will be the custodian of the death itself. So Oyewa declared a war. It was supposed to be a peaceful relationship, but now it's now a war relationship that will generate death. So you can see, so it is a war. And also is the cherubims that were sent down to guard the tree of life. Their downfall is attributed to what? To men. To men and to women. so their downfall is attributed to us, to humanity, especially the women taking the lead. The first one too is humanity, the women taking the lead. So the second one too, the downfall of Onikoeshe, the downfall of the archangels, the anointed cherubims and all his hosts who are supposed to watch the tree of life. Their downfall was what? By humanity, through woman again. The women seduce them, dance before them, shake all the breast, shake all the bum, and all their hair they turn. So even angels could not maintain their stand at the shake of the vibration of the all those sexual things before them. So they lost. They started enjoying the company of those women, simply watching them dancing, shaking their breasts, shaking everything for them, instead of watching the garden. So, to the extent that they started copulating with them, having them to stay with them, copulating with them, raising children. And the purpose of those ones doing all those things is that tree of life. That tree, they want to get that seed. They want to outsmart. And they did. And the angel failed. Yes, they got the fruit. So that was the challenge. And that is why Oyoiwa has to destroy that world and everything therein. That is why Oyoiwa has to destroy everything. And the only ones who did not partake of the trees, leaf trees, from that generation are the one that Oyoiwa actually left to save. I mean the family of Noah and his family. So I mean the most of the rest of humanity actually ate of the tree and thinking they will live forever. But Oyoiwa needs he always have a way to destroy, just destroy their physical body. So we are at war with Onikoishe and his children and his offspring, as declared. The angels, the fallen angels, so that they are joined unto Onikoishe. And one of those things, even before the destruction of the water, before the water deluge, after the downfall of the children and women and those giants and everything, they build city. Yes, one of those things when Jesus was saying the servant, after knowing that he has already wronged his Lord, in answer he formed friendship. He quickly established friendship with the enemy of his what? Of his master. So that is actually talking about the fallen angels, the anointed cherubims. So immediately he knew he has fallen. He started working with Onikoishe, who is in the realm of the unseen. So he formed a relationship with Onikoishe, and one of those things that most of the challenges we have today, all things we call witchcraft and all those things, are from that product of that relationship. Now, Onikoishe has been banished into the Oferi realm, but the fallen angels, they are here in the visible realm, watching over the tree. Now they have given this tree out, so they know they've already failed. So what they can do is they work together with trying to kind of create a place for them in hell already before Oyoiwa came. So they form friendship with the hell, and one of those things, one of the best way to form friendship with hell is to send men to hell, to feed hell. How do you feed hell? They send soul of men, they kill people so that the soul of men can be reincarnated in hell. So they started doing everything. They taught men to fight every destructive things. So the tree that men ate is knowledge of good. We say good and bad. It's not actually like good and bad exactly. From the ancient Hebrew Torah, it is one that is constructive and one that destroys. So not good and bad. It is one that's construct, that make things good, that make things perfect, that bring things to perfection. And there's one that bring destruction. So it's not necessarily good and bad. So that is why you see, and so the enemy is going to one of the weapons the enemy is raising now is to raise doubt. So it's raising men to raise doubt in the scripture, in the Torah. Especially, there's one man called Moro Biglino that is talking now that he too is claiming he's reading the ancient Hebrew like the way I'm reading, and that there's no God in the Torah, there's no God in the Bible. Yes, so that is what? That is the devil is fighting. So now, when they see anything that is coming out that is confirming the truth, they quickly maneuver, raise one of their own sons and the agents among men to start raising a counter information, which is falsehood. So Moro Biglino is what? It's an agent of Satan, it's an agent of Onekoishe, and it's an agent of the fallen angels. So it's just their pawn that is walking here upon the earth to make men into what? To make men to lead so men into disbelief. So we are at war. So they are not good. So then this war has been going on. Even though, yes, Oyoiwa destroyed their physical body, all those giants, we don't see their physical body destroyed, but their soul has been reincarnated. And one thing is that, the friendship that were formed then, before the destruction of the time of Noah, actually engineered what we call as witchcraft today. And what we call as witchcraft today is an extreme knowledge whereby they've perfected, it was banished to the realm of the unseen. But they've maneuvered they've been able to create a window between the physical world and the unseen world. That is, of course, the angels, they were there when Oyoiwa was creating. They have the knowledge of the creation, and the archangel himself, which is Lucifer, is what? Is one of the greatest of the angels. So he knows some of this. So when Oyoiwa was creating all these things, and testing them and checking them, they know about all these things. Just like Onekoishe too. So immediately they see they falling, they started taking advantage of those knowledge and those things. So, and they quickly maneuver and create a rapport with Onekoishe, who is there in the fairy, and they form a kind of link, kind of a extreme, science, the growth of knowledge, science, but extreme knowledge of science. Not just this physical one that we are still dealing with today, like metaphysics. Metaphysical, they've gone so high that realm of the unseen. So they've gone to the science that control the realm of the unseen, that control the invisible forces, that control. So now, so in the physical world, they are ruling in the realm of the unseen, where Onekoishe is, and from the realm of the unseen, they are now able to control things in the physical world. So they create a kind of coalition. They work together. They create now. So they create an agreement, since they've been disconnected from Oyoiwa because they've already failed in their assignment. So they quickly connected, and that is the source of what is witchcraft today. So it is operating through that window is what we have as witchcraft. Operating through that window is what we have as witchcraft. And some of those men and women who are able to get some of those fruits, the fruit of life, to eat, yes, after Oyoiwa destroyed their body. So yes, so their life, their soul, and their sin, they are the one ruling all those demons. So these are all demons and all these things. So all these all together are at war. And one thing they are really raging against is Oyoiwa. They want to fight Oyoiwa. They don't want Oyoiwa to reign, to prevail. They don't want his kingdom. They don't want his power. So they don't want him to prevail. They don't want any humanity, anyone to be on it. They don't want him to be revealed in anyone. So rather, they prefer that he banish everything and destroy, so that they would desire that we, in our own life, should join them in their own destruction and perish with them. So that is the war. So they are doing everything. They are waging war. They are using wickedness. They are using manipulation. They are using witchcraft. They are using everything. So we should always, just like the other revelation I was given before about the inoculation of water. So that's one of their ways. So those ones now, any human being that fall to the trap and is killed, they send the soul to what? They send their soul to hell. So they are reincarnated in hell. So that's how they feed hell. But I would say hell has enlarged itself so that it can work, it can swallow. So hell is there's a war. So please, there is a war, and let everyone around you know there is a war. So you have to fight, and you fight in prayer. You walk with God according to the word of the Lord. So do not misplace the truths. Now, before I said, when Oyoiwa speaks to you that I'm going to do this for you, this is what I'm doing, immediately that one, you don't need to say I have to go and 7 days prayer. No, that one, you just start praising him. Praises is what? It's a higher realm of prayer. You start praising him and appreciating him for what he has done. So instead of saying, if you want to do vigil praising him because he will do it, because he will accomplish it. Yes, that is it. But now, on this area of spiritual warfare, you need to wage war. You need to attack them. When the Lord reveals things to you, you take it in prayer and you destroy their forces, you destroy their work. Oyoiwa said we should command him. So we start commanding him concerning those things that you desire, concerning the works of the enemy. So he begin, because now the enemies too, they are taking charge of what Oyoiwa has created. So we too, so we who are on the side must what? Quickly take charge of those things and steer Oyoiwa against them and invoke the presence of Oyoiwa in those things against them. So it is settled, and that, so please let us always know, and I believe if you've been following this message, we know we are not to be walking in fear, but we're just to be ready and to take charge, because Oyoiwa is the one upholding all things that exist, and Oyoiwa is inside them. We just need to pray and steer him up there, and we prevail, and we turn even the tool of the enemy against them. So what they are carrying, the enemy himself, their body is made up of Oyoiwa. Whatsoever they are carrying is made up of Oyoiwa. So what is it? So we steer and we call on Oyoiwa. So Oyoiwa is going to arise in their body, in their own weapon, and destroy them. So I pray that the blessings of Oyoiwa, and then the grace, the might, the spirit of might, Eriwa of might of Oyoiwa rest upon you as we go on to prevail, to live a prevailing life over all storms, over all manipulation, over all things that the enemy and all they've been doing and all they will be doing too. In the name of Oyoiwa. So please never give in to the devil. Never give in to be an instrument to the devil. Never give in. Don't ever feed hell. No. Any victory that will make you to feed hell or make the devil happy, that's not your victory. That is their victory. But the only victory we have is the one that glorifies the creator of the heaven and the earth, Oyoiwa. So blessed be his name. So thank you very much. This Sabbath is a glorious one. So this week, as we go this week, I declare the blessing of Oyoiwa upon you. I declare that Oyoiwa be kind unto you in all men, in all things. And all you lay your hands upon, you see the kindness of Oyoiwa in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. In your business, in your work, in your community, you see the kindness, the kindness of Oyoiwa will be poured upon you through all creations, because he is the one. So there is Oyoiwa, there is presence of Oyoiwa in all things, in all existence. So I decree that the kindness of Oyoiwa will begin to flow unto you from all creations in the name of Oyoiwa, Oyo Awashua. It is settled, you blessed. Amen.